We are live. This is the market update. Good morning. I am your host, Bill Noble. So, do we have a problem in bond markets? Yeah, I think we do. How's that affecting crypto? Well, they're selling crypto off this and it trades terrible. Has that ever been the right thing to do? I don't think so. As a matter of fact, what do I think you should be doing in this environment? Shopping for low and mid cap coins. Stuff has been abandoned. AI, privacy. We'll talk about some of them. All right, let's welcome who's here. We have Alexandra from Europe. Good morning. Alpha Bravo. Ben. Lee is here. What's up? From Atlanta. Zepedas. DH. Yav. Carmenko. MJ Hits. Tyler Hall. What's up? What's up? Qubits, the quantum computing company. Just talking about crypto equities. We're about to expand our reach courtesy of LunarCrush. All right. Stefan, good morning. Good morning, sir. Okay. So, D-Wave announces general availability of quantum computer, its most advanced system. Sharing screen. Okay, so welcome to Skynet, right? Welcome to Skynet. The question is, how much money can you make off this before science fiction becomes reality? The answer to that question is a lot. A lot. And everyone is sleeping on it. Chinese central bank said it would promote the international use of its currency. Yeah, as toilet paper, right? They're going to have to print so much of that, they're going to put us to shame. It's unfortunate, right? That's how badly they screwed up their economic model over there. So Orange Man has a conversation with Putin. Putin says, we also spoke to the heads of most European nations. Putin says they respect your wife a lot. I said, what about me? And Putin says they like Melania better. The art of the deal. How much you want to bet you see Melania on a plane to make a piece of cord? Watch. Can we get, where is this with Bitcoin? Remember I was talking about Melania in an orange Bitcoin outfit? Come on. Come on. Give it to me. The median home buyer is now 17 years older than it was in 2007. The young are getting crushed. Fire up Solana. Let's go. Let's go. No live streaming for Pump.Fun. Let's go. Let's fire it up. Home Depot sales fall short on weaker sentiment and volatility and a housing crash, right? It's just a crash. It's as simple as that. All sellers, no buyers, none. Mortgage rates, crazy. Unstoppable. The best performing stocks in the S&P 500 over the last 5, 10, and 20 years. So last 10 years, NVIDIA has been up 26,000%. Is there an NVIDIA in crypto? There might be. You're going to have decentralization in AI, or we're going to be in a science fiction novel. I say support the privacy and decentralized AI agent networks. We'll talk about that later. Why did the Orange Man want Greenland? Because they have minerals and water. We'll talk more about that most likely. India's Supreme Court says we should get over ourselves on crypto. You imagine the wealth effect over there with those people getting involved? Now this, oh my God. The Japanese government bond market on the verge of collapse. 40-year interest rates in Japan, vertical, because they can't raise rates. They can't stop inflation because it'll blow up the yen carry trade and legacy. So the Japanese are letting their bond market collapse. So when the orange men went to hit them with tariffs, they're like, you got to be kidding me, right? We're blowing up our monetary policy so your stock market doesn't blow up, and then you're coming after our Toyotas. But when tariff talk stops, Bitcoin goes up. If this is what's going on, there's going to be a decoupling from bonds into crypto. Like, crypto will be like scared of it, which they should be in the beginning. And then they're like, yeah, we're just going to go buy it. Now, Orange Man, the big, beautiful bill, if we don't get it, it means people will get a 68% tax increase. If we do get it, we're going to have the largest tax decrease in history. Okay, well, it's very obvious that they need to do something for people under 150. They have to do something. If they don't do anything, they may have to do stimulus checks at some point later on. I didn't think of that. One of my colleagues did. Hopefully it doesn't come to that with housing and stuff like that. I don't understand why we're not getting this. Stablecoin issuers will be the largest holders of treasuries. They must watch the show. These guys are on CNBC talking about it. It's like, bro, Bessent told you. Like, people like me are telling you. I mean, Tether has 55 employees, and they make the same amount of money as BlackRock. So I had an economics professor who used to say, the more gravy in the kitchen, the more dogs at the door. So Tether needs competition so they can get some of that gravy. And oh, by the way, they buy treasuries. It's a no-brainer, but they can't get it done, most likely because Jamie doesn't like it. Oh, my God, what an arch villain. Fed says, wait and see. Or until someone of the party is running for president. Okay? So the Fed is watching the bond market collapse, and I think they actually have bigger problems. The absolute level of interest rates that they set doesn't matter. What our bond market thinks of our fiscal policy, yeah, that matters. And that's eventually going to bring Bitcoin to the forefront. JP Morgan's CEO, we're going to allow clients to buy Bitcoin. Gee, Jamie, thank you. Wow. You mean I can buy the Bitcoin ETF with my money? Do you love banks, Web 2? But we won't custody it. No, of course not. Right? You know why they won't custody it? Because if they custody it, someone's going to have to open up the vault and look at what gold they have. They don't want anyone looking at their crypto because they don't want anybody looking at their gold. That's what's up there. Eric Trump says crypto will erase banks. Okay, says the dude who's got like a couple crypto hedge funds, World Liberty Financial, going on CNBC to talk his book like a good hedge fund manager should be. Oh, no, not this. We had this yesterday. Kramer likes Bitcoin. Oh, God. That's 5 days. That's 5 days in the toilet. Probably, you know. Jim Cramer says he always favored gold and insurance against excessive government borrowing, and now adds Bitcoin to the list. Please stop. Please just stick to tech stocks. Stop it. It's like everything goes down. They do this on purpose. They do this on Coinbase with commercials and Kramer. Oh, terrible. London-based company buys 46,000 ETH. Wow. Okay. Somebody thinks that they're going to run a network on Ethereum one day. Stablecoin bill advances in the U.S. Senate. A rare positive headline from Doomberg. Guys, they're watching the 10-year note, and I'm going to show it to you. They're going to get a stablecoin bill done. Oh my God, Mike must watch the show. Somebody is finally talking about a tactical target in Bitcoin. Bitcoin is gearing up for 130 to 150. Mike looking really good in that jacket. Really good. He had like a purple thing going on at Bitcoin Miami in 2021. He came out, got on stage and said, if you're not long, you're short when it came to Bitcoin. Now, unfortunately, that was a tactical top, but now we have someone else, another bald guy, talking about where this could go, right? Buy in May and stay, because June could be rocking. Then we'll go on vacation later. Okay, Trump Bank has started buying and stockpiling Bitcoin. So the reason we don't have a Bitcoin strategic reserve is most likely the Orange Man, gangster group is not done front running it, buying everything. I'm serious. Tonight's vote on the Genius Act is a huge step forward in advancing the dollar, digital currency, et cetera, et cetera. Actually, what it really means is that anybody with a stable coin like Ripple is going to get taken over. You're going to have a panic takeover of USDC. They're going to go public first. They're going to go public, and then they're going to get taken over, right? Everyone's going to want to buy a stable coin company, right? I think Tether is too big, but USDC, Ripple, go down the list. Everybody's going to want a stable coin. Now, that's nice because they can surveil you with the stable coins. So get the stable coins out there, and then we'll buy crypto. We'll just relentlessly buy crypto. Cardano founder said, if you hold these big cryptos, you will receive the largest airdrop ever. Okay, I'm not entirely sure what he means by that, but they're going to run the world on these layer ones and other ones. There are a lot of small layer ones or smaller layer ones out there. They're going to run the world, not just they, but the AI agents. Because if we're too stupid to figure it out, the agents will figure it out. Microsoft is adding Grok. Wait a minute. I thought Microsoft was an AI company that's worth way more than Bitcoin. How can it be an AI company if it's adding Grok? That's funny. Seriously. In legacy, Microsoft is an AI company. Not really. Not really. And Bitcoin is nowhere the size of Microsoft. Microsoft should be in second or third place, in my opinion. Okay, so the Genius Act passed because they're watching the 10-year note. Canada suspends most of its retaliatory tariffs. So trade war over. 14 states in the U.S. have bought Bitcoin. Like I said, $1.3 trillion asset manager Morgan Stanley says, buy the dip. There are stories about how big hedge fund managers at places like Brevin Howard, who pay top dollar for guys like me who have seen the COVID crashes. Oh, I can't believe I said that. You know what I'm saying? They've seen these big crashes before, and these guys all bought the extreme sentiment at the bottom, and they were all up. They were up like, tens of billions of dollars, and they were up 5% when everyone else got smashed. And these guys, these smart guys, they take advantage of the panic. And right now in altcoins, we have a panic. We do. MicroStrategy is winning. $1.6 trillion Bank of America just increased its Bitcoin exposure. Yeah, but you still can't buy the Bitcoin ETF. curriculum for MicroStrategies degree in finance. All the different stock tickers that they've issued to get money to buy Bitcoin. I'm serious. He's probably right that if you learned everything that they've sold, all these different products, you probably would have a mini degree in finance. For real. Accumulation is now visible across the entire wallet spectrum. You don't say. At 78, it was radioactive, but 102, it's way more attractive, much more attractive, right? We have people with less than 1 BTC back in, whales accumulating. Smells like a supply shock to me, right? Everyone just looks at the government bond market and goes, nope, we're not doing this anymore. First, it was the stock market going up. No, we're not doing this. Then they somehow brought that back. I think the Fed did. Now we're going to look at his bond market and we're going to go, oh my God, we're going to do it again. And we're just going to go, I'm doing Bitcoin. And then wait till you see some of these altcoin charts I pulled up. Just in, 1 Bitcoin now equals 1 kilogram of gold. Okay. Gold is a very important central bank reserve asset. Gold is not going to help you survive whatever comes down the pipe when it comes to AI. So the Bitcoin guys, I mean, they got all of these histograms, parabolic curves, you know. Now this one has a wheel. Guys, 130 to 150. You know why Novogratz, you should listen? Because his company is the one who processes all the big orders. When Bank of America gets Bitcoin, they're probably getting it from Galaxy Digital. And now we're on the 100,000 ring, right? Don't exactly know what that means. I'm sure this is fascinating and they love their graphs. The scariest thing is that we own is not Bitcoin, it's time. Make the most of the years you have left. For many, that means buy Bitcoin, but for some, that means selling some. Always remember in crypto that if you have to pay your bills, and don't bet the money that you used to pay your bills on crypto, right? I know I want the casino open again because I want them to save young people. Let's get young people, like seriously, I'm like talking to people. It's like, hey, here's the meme coin. You don't understand Bitcoin? Try this dog coin. Oh, I understand that. Good. Elon and Microsoft having a conversation. Again, I thought Microsoft was an AI company. I guess not, right? Moonpig. Let's go. Okay, let's try this. PowerPoint. Shopping, anyone? Okay, we will look at Moonpig when this is done. Moonpig, why didn't I think of that? Okay, what am I sharing here? Do I have PowerPoint? I have PowerPoint. Okay. So, cost of college. Whoops. There we go. Cost of college versus household income. There's income. There's tuition and fees and dorms. This is absolutely over. $700,000 a year for a tenured sociology professors. Don't let the door hit you on the way out. Okay? This has got AI agents written all over it, teaching you at your pace so you can go to school and get out and go trade Bitcoin or trade whatever you want or learn finance through crypto. This is over. This is a scam. They say crypto's a scam. TradFi is a scam. Now, the U.S. 10-year note yield. Okay? This is no bueno. You got a big triangle here from Luxalgo, and here we are at the apex. Whatever happens here at the apex, it's not clear yet, But if they get really unhappy and this thing is going to go from 445 to 480, yeah, that's Jim Cramer. That's going to be 4 or 5 down days in crypto, which we should love. Huge buying opportunity, antivirus, ski mask dog, AI coins. Look at this. Bitcoin dominance. Okay. So Bitcoin dominance crashes to support because altcoins did okay. Bitcoin is holding at 100. Meanwhile, they're selling altcoins. But this Bitcoin dominance measure is now at resistance. Bitcoin dominance is at 64%. Bitcoin dominance should be like at 60 because altcoins should be flying. They're not yet. So just, dumpster diving, right? STX, the Bitcoin layer 2. It's like it's dead. We're never going to do anything on Bitcoin ever. It's an accumulation cone here. Really? We're never going to do anything ever. Ondo. Does anybody remember this? Real world assets. Does anybody remember Ondo? How hot that is when it first came out? Sitting there below $1. No one interested. You got any idea what happens if they make an announcement or somebody makes an announcement? Like, I'm just kind of wondering in May, like some of this stuff, like, you could bring up 5 or 10 altcoins per day where, you're kind of in like a quiet accumulation phase, right? Drift. How many altcoins went straight up and crashed and are now making these rounded bottoms? Privacy. Railgun. I'm just looking at it, right? PAL, AI agent marketplace. Can you believe how destroyed this stuff is? I was like, oh my God. Like PAL and Fetch and artificial super intelligence token and Tau. Every time I do any kind of filter, anything, these things are coming up, right? They can't stop coming up. See, what do we got today? Moonpig. $34 million market cap. What's Moonpig about? Let's check it out. It's about nothing. It's a meme coin of a pig in an astronaut suit. Now, 6 months ago, a year ago, I was like, this is stupid. No, I don't think it's stupid anymore. I mean, yeah, it'll get excessive and idiotic at some point. I don't think this is stupid. Okay, antivirus, hanging tough at 6 cents. Okay, I think there's room for this to not only grow, but get edgy. Not like Moonpig. There's a lot of people out there that don't want you to be free. Really. Okay, ski mask dog. What do we got? Tell me something good. Oh, come on. Are you serious? Okay, tell me something good about this. You know what? Like I said, when it comes to stuff like this, I don't think that people were wrong. They were just early. Meaning all these meme coins go up, then they come back down, and then it's the bigger the base, the higher in the space. What happens if they just take the dog coins and launch them? Just launch them. Because you know what? Every time I look, say at this, I go, you know what? No. I'm not doing this. Legacy is going to crack. There's going to be panic stablecoin bills passed. And everyone's going to look at the big, beautiful bill and realize that it's probably not beautiful for the bond market. And, you know, they borrowed 37 trillion. Brandon, you know, the poor guy, whoever was running the show spent $1 trillion every 5 months. And now we are going to pay for that. Because when they try to get tax relief to anybody, the bond market goes, well, not having it. And I just thought of this. What would be beautiful is that if interest rates rose to the point where the bond market was upset, they would bring Elon back in. Oh, here comes Doge Part 2 or somebody, but it's probably Elon. Now, anytime I look at this, I go, ski mask dog. Let's do it. Seriously. Like Solana, if you think about it, has done absolutely nothing for a very long time. You had a 13 top in Solana, okay, and Solana has just been gliding lower. So you could have 2 or 3 more days of gliding lower in Solana. And of course, you have the 13 top in Bitcoin, and then you have Kramer. But the Eagle King has been showing me LunarCrush, which I'm going to get heavily into. Here it is. So we were talking about, obviously, MicroStrategy. We talked about Wolf. We talked about BTBT. But there are other tokens. Sorry. There's other stocks on this list. You know, for anybody who wasn't here the other day, you know, stocks in crypto look like some of these altcoins. They're just like destroyed. Like, yeah, there's BTBT. Okay, what's everyone doing with this? The high off the Orange Man was $5. It's now at $2.87. I know I bring this up every day, but like this, and you look at STX or privacy coins, right? We were looking at some of this stuff earlier, right? Like, you know, again, you need to do your own research on all this stuff. A privacy layer for Web3. It's very interesting to me. Like when you look at these things on like a market cap chart, okay? Railgun, not 690 market cap. Private and autonomous DeFi. Do you got any idea how many like AI agents are out there? Look at this. The Eagle King. Like he's like, hey, because I'm doing stuff with ChatGPT. I know how to take all these AI programs and get the best thing from each and then feed them in and get conclusions. Top 15 coins by social mentions. Okay, here's a hint. Fetch, injected protocols, virtuals, PAL. Doesn't have to be exciting. AI16Z is back. These launch pads. Got to remember something about these AI agents, right? Got to remember something about these AI agents. They achieved huge valuations last time. And Gann would say that that's their way of building up energy. And if they had that energy before, they'll have that energy again, which is why they're after AI16Z. Moody's downgrades Washington, nixing their last perfect credit score. Of course, the real story is how they had a perfect score with $2 trillion in annual deficit, $36 trillion total, and 50 years of Congress spending like a pack of teenagers with stolen credit cards. I mean, when they set up America, Congress was supposed to be the best thing about us. Now it's like I don't even know why we have it. It's like special interests, and you can't get anything done without giving them their money. Which, again, folks, like STX, like PAL, like AI16Z, right? Like I came up with 4 or 5. So could you. So could the trading groups, right? They got their coins. They got the stuff that they like to trade and they like to look at. You could wake up one day with this market and it could just be gone. Arthur Hayes said this. He's like, altcoin rally coming. Everyone thinks this stuff is dead. It's not dead. Everyone thinks it's never coming back. It's coming back, right? We're just waiting for the bond market or whatever the latest brouhaha in equities is. Like if I was in Japan and I'm watching their bond market fall apart, I'm going to be like, I got to buy Bitcoin. I got to buy something, right? I just can't believe what'll happen. You look at Hong Kong, you look at Japan, and you look at American young people, okay? If they hit crypto at the same time that the corporations and government are hitting Bitcoin, that's a recipe for up only. When do you think about up only? When everyone is down in the mouth. And the great state of Texas can hopefully get its act together. The Texas Congress, not always the most friendly people you would think, but not always. Texas will read it again. Go Texas. Okay, people, that is the market update for today. The good news is my health is on the upswing. We will rock this and see you tomorrow. I think I lost the Eagle King. Hang on.